Welcome to Reflection Tuesday. A close friend suddenly passed away. Several hospitalizations the previous months foreshadowed his death, as each stay was overcome with increasingly difficulty. Ironically, his final 2 days obscured what was to occur. He attended a church men's breakfast Saturday morning, offering wisdom and prayers to the whole group. On Sunday, he taught a adult class with his usual insightfulness. And after the worship assembly, he sat around and chatted with many, offering words of encouragement to any who would take the time. He was so busy that I did not bother to interrupt, and I headed home. 3.5 hours later, he lay dead on a gurney in an emergency room. Though my friend has passed 2 years ago, I still wish I had given and received one last hug. Matthew 26 begins with Jesus' fourth foretelling of his being handed over to be put to death. Yet the disciples are clueless to the approaching event. Similarly, the chief priests and leaders of Israel could not say goodbye to Jesus soon enough. As the streets of Jerusalem choked with pilgrims from all over the Mediterranean world for the Passover festival, only two people saw beyond themselves: Jesus and an unnamed woman carrying an alabaster vial of expensive oil. Now, the woman quickly moves to the dining area where Jesus, his disciples, and others are eating. And before anyone can ask, "What do you want?" the woman breaks the cap off the vial and begins to pour its contents upon Jesus' head. As the liquid oozes down Jesus' forehead, face, shoulders, and forearms, its fragrance overpowers the room. Immediately, the disciples and others are aghast, which morphs into indignation. Why this waste? Yes, the money gained from a sale of that particular anointment would have been a tidy sum to be given to charity. But the disciples were missing the point. Jesus will be dead and buried within 48 hours. Instead of soaking up the final opportunities to listen to Jesus and to hug him, they're on their calculators trying to figure out the cost to benefit ratio of the ointment. Talk about wasting. Time is one of the most precious commodities we have. Though this woman was ignorant of what would transpire over the next 2 days, she honored Jesus as best she knew how. Jesus knew that the sweet aroma adorning his body would soon be replaced by sweat, blood, and death. In essence, the woman pre-anointed his body for the grave, and her act of selflessness would be told when anyone recounted the last hours of Jesus' earthly life. As we continue with Matthew 26, the disciples continue to waste the last hours they have with Jesus. May you and I be like this woman, honoring Jesus the best way we know. Let's not waste time arguing over politics, sports, COVID-19, or theology. Let's honor Jesus by praising his life, death, and resurrection. Let's honor him by telling others about him and doing good in his name. As Hebrews 12:15 through 16 says, Let's continually offer up a sacrifice of praise to God. That is the fruit of lips praising his name. And do not neglect doing good and sharing for such sacrifices God is pleased. Until next time, God bless.